something terrible is going to happen.
The new dam is going to Buffalo. It's already started leaking.
You mean the whole place will be flooded?
DAM999, it's a project. It's a project with experimental aspects, which has not been tried by any of the production studios in the world.
This dam won't take anyone's permission to collapse.
When you're investing in such a huge project, and that too when the director is a debutant, you look a bit nervous. And when the script demands 9 important souls and shades to 9 even more equally important characters, it's really a tough job. But I must say, Sohanroy and his crew pulled it off extremely well with a properly timed script, planning and execution.
It is a bad omen. Disaster.
When I was looking for a right subject for this project, the first thing came to my mind about a dam disaster. The biggest threat for the current society in the world is dams.
When I read the script, at least one thing was clear, that I said whoever is making this film has definitely put in some work in the script.
I'll kill that bloody bastard before he touches her again. What's going on?
Once I got the script, then, the rest was history. I had some sliver of an idea what the film was about, water and a dam in the Navarashas.
Well, Sohanroy had a vision with this script, and it's something that he's really put a lot of effort to bringing into life.
Do you know how many people got killed in today's police firing? I will not let you kill my people again.
When I was looking for a right subject for this project, the first thing came to my mind was about a dam disaster story. I started doing research on this particular subject. Then I realized that the biggest man-made disaster so far happened is from a dam disaster. That was happened in China in 1975, Bangkok Dam disaster.
You know, the largest man-made disaster is not the nuclear bomb. It is the dam disaster.
DAM999 came to me initially quite a few months before the actual production began. Through a series of text messages initially. We have a script for you, Linda. We'd like for you to play one of the 9 main characters. It's based on the Navarashas. Are you interested? Can we send you a script? So after bouncing back actually for a month or 2, this kept going on for some time, and finally I realized, let me read this script, because I was shooting at the time, and that was it. Once I got the script, then the rest was history.
Casting was one of the difficult part in this project.
You know, Maria will be thrilled here.
The story is happening in India, but there are several Western faces we had to include. So the casting, we had to do it from Indian film industry as well as from the Hollywood.
I'll kill that bloody bastard before he touches her again.
The new dam is going to Buffalo. It's already started leaking.
You have the mix of talent over here. You have the US cast, you have the South Indian cast, and that from the Telugu industry, from the Kannada industry, from the Tamil industry, Malayalam industry.
Well, I play Captain Frederick Brown in this film, and also supporting the reason I chose the role was because he was very tongue-in-cheek, he had a sense of humor. And there hasn't been many opportunities for me in film or cinema to actually take a role that really kind of succumbed to my personality. So really I came here with the intention of just being myself.
Freddie, memories are like wine. It tastes better with time.
I enjoyed performing. I enjoyed participating in this journey of DAM999. There was everybody who was, it was their film. was nobody is saying it was his film, that guy's film. No, they were kind of really in sync with it.
Are you crying for me? Or are you crying for your dad?
9 is the center character of the movie. So we decided the shoot should be in 9 locations.
When I started filming for DAM999, we started shooting in Ooty. And we had about a 3-4 day schedule. Then from there we moved to Cochin, where we shot near the backwaters in Alleppey. We moved to Dubai, where from there we drove to Fujairah, and we shot on a ship, which was the most exciting part about filming this movie.
The most hectic part of the shoot was happened on board the ship. Daily, we had to travel from Fujairah to the South Shore to board the ship and coming back.
For 7 days, we would go and check in. We'd have to give our passports. We'd have to have our sea pass cards. We'd have to decide what boat we were going to get shuttled to the oil tanker.
We had to catch a boat to reach the ship.
Climb a narrow staircase on the side of the ship. And this was a lengthy process. And this was done every day.
We had to ascend about 150 steps. Only 4 people were allowed to go on the steps at a time, because with the pressure it would bounce.
Taking all these equipments on board the ship, it was another big process. We had 20 tons of equipments, all the lights, cameras and other things. Because it was a tanker, so we had to be very, very careful. A small spark can make an explosion.
Everything that gets on the ship needs to have access. So the food was also very... I mean, we didn't have like a buffet-styled lunch and breakfast. So we just like grab apples and biscuits and whatever we would get.
But I won't lie, it was really frustrating dealing with that kind of setback. You know, when, as an artist, you're ready to perform when you're called to set, and then having to wait 4 hours in an immigration line and then an hour to get to location was not exactly, a cup of tea. But we're filming movies, it's not easy. There's a reason so few people in the world actually get to do this. You have to have a lot of courage and strength and patience. So I think all of those things were tested for us in that schedule, but here we are at the end of the film, and we made it through it.
Ramoji Film City is supposed to be world's largest film studio. It's 3 times bigger than Universal Studio, but unfortunately, Western world, they are not aware about such a huge studio.
Totadharni built a massive set at Ramoji Film City. This depicted the pump room of the dam, and it was quite challenging because there was the sequences which had to be shot before the flood and those after the flood.
Pump room was the most expensive set there. Mr. Sohan wanted the water and all coming into the pump room, and because one particular thing where we wanted the heavy water flow and things like that.
Pump room was designed such a way that because there's a flooding sequence at the end, so it is quite difficult to flood that such a big set that much height. So what we decided was we made a big concrete tank, and we made this set on top of this one. Then cut the bottom portion and
pushed all the other stuff and work out for one staircase down below. So we had to chop the whole thing and put it down and then try to work out on that scale.
We had to use some 60 tankers to fill that concrete tank, and it worked out very well. And I salute Mr. Totadharni for his idea to make such a beautiful set. The pump room sequence was really tiresome for the actors because they were in the water for long hours.
Having water just constantly being poured on you, you're immersed in, chest level of water.
And the way they filled up with water and everything in just a flat surface, it was a really amazing set, and it was very interesting working for the climax portions actually.
The most fun and the most challenging scenes were going underwater, the underwater shots, opening the gate, struggling with that. such a freezing night we were shooting, and constantly shooting this scene was very challenging, but I think the end product was very fun, and I'm very delighted to have been a part of these.
How was the shot?
Dam miniature, actually, me and Ajay, I think both of us came to a conclusion that we work out like the old school. The computer graphics would be there, but the old school is that we make a miniature and we work out with the water.
I designed a water reservoir which could hold about 35,000 liters of water, and with sluice gates to release the water in a jiffy and bring it out. But the problem with that was conventional hydraulics couldn't do the job in such a short span. So we resorted to using compressed nitrogen.
We created a special tank, hydraulically operated tank. Shutters were, we fixed 4 hydraulic jacks.
We could work out like this, that the tank and the shutter door opens and then the whole thing hits.
We placed this on the center, and the old dam on one end, the new dam at the other end, the village miniatures at one place.
Like you have the first miniature to be broken, then you have the second miniature to be broken, and you have these 5 cameras ready to capture these visuals. If one of the cameras is not working, then we are going to lose it. So we were all vigilant of taking up the shot at this point of time. It was just like we were just waiting for something to come on, like a UFO coming on, hitting on us. Like we're just waiting for what is going to happen. We were clueless of what is next if it's not happening on time. At last, it was like the movie got released and we were just in a red carpet, because that single climax shot is the spine of the movie. So we have prepared it for about 1.5 years for the spine to be erect. So it happened accordingly.
As a musical movie, the music director's role is very important in this project. So I was quite worried to find out the right person for this project. But ultimately, I got the right man, Mr. Ausepicha.
All the songs been written by the director himself. Beautiful lyrics. Why I say beautiful lyrics? A lyrics becomes beautiful only when it suits for the situations.
Because Ausepicha's advantage is he has done Western music and Eastern music. So it's a perfect combination, and he's a national award winner also. And moreover, he could understand my frequency. He was ready to work in my way.
When I started listening to the songs in the film, I found, it's been created, the music has been composed by a person who really understands feelings.
When I watched a movie, I could feel there are a lot of possibilities for the background score. 3, 4. Different instrumentation is being applied for different characters, that too based on Navarasa.
The film has a lot to offer for a sound designer. As a sound designer, the kind of location which has, it's varying from, a massive ship to a silent place like Kerala. The ship has a machine working all the time that it is so loud that, there will be 5 or 6 generators working all the time, So it's too loud for us to record in the ship, first of all, as a sing-sound film. And to regenerate that, the actual recording of the ship was never, it was not usable, For me, that was a big challenge that, how to go about the ship sound, We could never get a good sound recorded in the ship.
Have you seen Sam?
Sam is sleeping in my room.
He's not there.
What?
Sam was in the engine room. What? He came down searching for you. No, Vinay, you can't go down without the oxygen mask.
One way challenge for me is like to design sound for something massive like that happening, to recreate that in that sound in the studios. For me, that the huge amount of water, tsunami wave coming and collapsing the dam. First was the water sound to build up that huge, amount of water coming, gushing into the dam and collapsing it, which I used there are pink noise used in that. There are a lot of bass elements, shield bass, used in that, and water, especially water. Water also was treated, because it's never sound the same, So the water was treated to match with that.
What's going on?
Something terrible is going to happen.
The new dam is going to Buffalo. It's already started leaking.
You mean the whole place will be flooded? This dam won't take anyone's permission to collapse.
It is a bad omen. Disaster.